I'm Kevin Price, reporting live from Dreamforce 2011 in San Francisco, California, with Price at Business, which is Houston's home from Bloomberg Television. Getting to spend some time with Angie Fernandez, and she's with a company called Taleo. How are you, Angie?
I'm excellent.
Good to have you on today.
Thanks.
Kind of give us a little bit of give us like an overview, if you will, of what Taleo is all about.
Taleo is a talent intelligence company, so we actually provide companies the resources to really understand what talent they need and hire the right talent. And then we also have a full suite of performance management. So you get to evaluate your employees all the way through their career and make sure that they succeed.
Good, so go ahead.
Oh, and then there's one more aspect of it, which
Yes.
is really cool. We recently acquired a company called Learn.com. So we have a whole Learn platform on top of that. So when employees aren't quite meeting the performance, or they need to add something to their career, they've got that whole aspect of learning associated with her.
Well, your explanation kind of leads to a question. You talked about we give them the resources they need to determine the talent they need, and so you would think it would intuitively know that, but you're saying there's really tools out there that will help them quantify. Describe those tools.
Well, I'm not the salesperson.
Okay.
I'm an operations person, so I can't really speak to the details of how it all goes together, but it's an application. We're a SaaS-based company, so, excuse me, that was rude.
That's quite all right.
So basically we provide the tools, and they have to, of course, do the business analysis to determine what they need, but at least they have the platform to assess that and then get the right resources hired.
Okay. Let me ask you how you fit in, if you will, in Salesforce.com's universe.
I've been the Salesforce administrator at Taleo for a year and a half. I recently moved into global operations. I'm a business analyst, so our chief customer officer moved me into his organization to really evaluate what our sales organization needed to be successful. We've been using Salesforce for well over 6 years. So right now we're in a new evolution of Salesforce, and going through and moving from a very small company type platform of Salesforce into a very huge scale Salesforce application. So my role is to really determine what needs to be re-engineered in the system and provide the best tools for our team to be effective.
Okay. Is there a particular sweet spot as far as types of companies that are a good fit for you?
We pretty much have the whole gamut of business. So from small business to super big businesses. So we run the whole gamut.
Solopreneurs, well, obviously not solo in light of what you're trying to do, but very small businesses to enterprise level.
Yes, exactly.
Very good. Okay, so looking, this is a very interesting company, this being Salesforce.com, to keep pace with, and they seem to be moving very quickly, and they, you kind of wonder sometimes if there's a method to the madness. There's a lot of chatter, if you will, no pun intended, and we talked about that quite a bit on the show last year, but now we're beginning to see what the methodology is behind chatter, the idea behind chatter.
Yes.
What do you do in terms of trying to monitor some of the changes that Salesforce is doing and making sure that your resources are remain applicable, if you will, to the Salesforce model?
Well, I attend Dreamforce every year. I've been here, this is my 7th year, and I think it really helps me be very innovative. I think they are thought leaders in the industry of the SaaS model. So I always go back with tons of ideas about how to, one, improve the sales organization, but also apply the innovative ideas to our business and our business model, and really think through what's going to be effective long term. And Benioff always presents ideas now that 2 years will really take effect. I mean, chatter a few years ago was so weird, the data cloud was so weird, and now it's all starting to really click because we now understand what social media is all about.
Right.
It's a daily activity for most people, so I think chatter is just a really innovative way. Plus, we can't be slowed down by things like archaic email.
Right.
We just can't. So he knew that, and he's presented that to corporations to be more innovative.
Interesting, interesting. Now, when you look at other players out there in the same area that you're in, how do you differentiate yourself?
In the talent intelligence?
Yes.
Again, no salesperson here.
Right. Right.
Our differentiation is that we do provide the whole suite. A lot of our competitors really have sweet spots, and ours has always been in recruiting, but we've managed to expand into performance management and compensation and learning to make sure that we have the whole life cycle of the employee experience. So that's my little 2-cent sales pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, looking forward, in terms of the trends that are taking place out there, particularly in the IT and information technology fields, what do you see right around the corner for your firm in particular?
I just launched Chatter last week, so I'm really excited to see where that takes us. I mean, I'm amazed at how it's evolved already, and so when I do stuff like that, it's a little overwhelming to kind of determine, okay, what is the next step? I'm kind of in the midst of the storm at the moment, so I haven't really decided.
Okay, that's very good. And how did that launch of Chatter go? Anything you always
It was incredible.
Yeah, really?
I actually think it was the best thing I've done in my career.
Wow.
It's taken a lot of socializing over the last couple months to get it in place, but with the support of my executive team, it's just taken off like I've never imagined. It's really a roar in the company. It's great to be walking through the halls and hear nothing but, oh, chatter this and chatter that, and this
Chatter's the solution.
Yeah, it's exactly. But it wasn't chatter,
yeah.
And now it's a solution.
Chatter. Yeah.
It's an actual solution to a lot of business needs that we've had for a long time. So I think everybody is very excited and really behind it. So we'll see.
How many employees does your company have?
I think we're about 1,200 right now. Yeah.
And so, kind of explain to me the the requirements or the process for putting in Chatter. I mean, it sounded like you said it was months. Months of preparation.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been. I've been socializing it for probably well over a year, trying to figure out how to move Taleo into that model. Our growth has been just exponential over the last year. We've done 3 acquisitions in 6 months.
Wow, excellent.
So, I mean, that's our growth model.
And that's a lot of absorption, though, and a lot of culture changes and things like that.
Yeah, it is. And so we really need a platform like Chatter to help socialize our new team into our team, into the Taleo team, and make them really talk the talk and walk the walk. And
kind of explain how it streamlines your communications.
It allows. Executives have always presented their information in emails. Now they have a platform where they can go in and on a regular basis, not just wait every month for an email to go out, but they can actually talk with the team daily using Chatter. And then there's a lot of collaboration around that. People can ask questions. That doesn't happen with an email. I mean, what's the point of loading up the executive's email box with a bunch of questions if they're going to be bombarded?
Right.
Where Chatter provides, it makes it a lot quicker, but then a lot of other people can chime in and answer the questions that maybe not even the executives are prepared right then to answer. So, I mean, that in itself is a huge time saver.
And the opportunity cost for a senior executive to answer something that a lower executive or someone in middle management could do, there's obviously wisdom behind that as well. So you can't get time back.
Well,
so
exactly.
making most of your time is crucial. All right, Angie Fernandez is her name. Taleo is her company. Your website?
Taleo.com.
Taleo, and that's spelled Taleo.com. I'm Kevin Price, reporting from Salesforce Live Studio in San Francisco, California.